Hello guys, how are you doing today? Welcome to today's marketing video, Classical Conditioning. We're your experts on the concept of classical conditioning. I'm Kiara, Bryant.
And I'm Nicole, Wuertz. We have a lot of information for you guys today to help you understand what classical conditioning is and how you can use it in the real world. So without further ado, let's jump into it.
Classical conditioning is when a stimulus that elicits a response is paired with another stimulus that initially does not elicit a response on its own. Now, we understand what this means automatically because we are experts and smarter than your average human being, and we know that this concept may be hard for other people to understand. So to help you grasp this idea and get on our level a little bit more, we are going to give you an example from our fellow experts over at Crash Course in a way that everyone can relate to: dogs. Nicole, play the video.
First, before conditioning, the dog just drools when it smells food. That smell is the unconditioned stimulus, and the slobbering, the unconditioned or natural response. The ringing sound, which at this point means nothing to the dog, is the neutral stimulus, and it produces no drooling. During conditioning, the unconditioned stimulus, the food smell, is paired with the neutral stimulus, the bell sound, and results in drooling. This is repeated many times until the association between the two stimuli is made in a stage called acquisition. By the time you get to the after conditioning phase, that old neutral stimulus has become a conditioned stimulus because it now elicits the conditioned response of drooling.
Now that we all understand what classical conditioning is, let me explain to you what it is not, which is instrumental conditioning. Although the two have similar names and often get mixed together, classical conditioning and instrumental conditioning are not the same thing. In fact, these two are quite different. Instrumental conditioning is when an individual learns to perform behaviors that produce positive outcomes and to avoid those that yield negative outcomes. For example, when a student raises their hand in class, they are given praise by the teacher for saying the correct answer. They will be more likely to raise their hand in the future as they have been conditioned to do so. On the other hand, if a kid says a swear word around their parents,
Shit.
they get their mouth rinsed out with soap, so they will be less likely to do it in the future.
Now that we know what instrumental conditioning is, you won't get it confused with classical conditioning. However, like we said earlier, we know that everyone did not have a perfect SAT score like we did, so we will show you one more example of how classical conditioning can be utilized in the real world. In this example, we will show how a student can convince their friend to do their homework for them simply by using classical conditioning. Meet student A. Student A is a great student who likes to get their work done on time. Meet student B. Student B is a procrastinator who does their work last minute. Both students are working on a similar marketing project. Let's see what happens.
This assignment is taking forever. I just want it to be done. I wish there was something I could do so I didn't have to do my own homework.
This is just too hard. Look at this.
Oh, that's the right answer for number 3.
Oh, thank you. Do you want a cookie?
Yes, thank you.
This one's hard too. Look at this one.
So that one's gonna be B.
Okay. Do you want another cookie?
Yes, thank you.
Student B, the procrastinator, received an A in the class thanks to student A being classically conditioned. Student B successfully completed this conditioning on A, as the last time she didn't need the cookie in order to get homework help.
A real-world marketing implication is, for example, when a store plays happy music repeatedly, it associates consumers' feelings for happy thoughts and they're more likely to buy their product.
We hope that you enjoyed the video and that you now have a firm understanding of what classical conditioning is.
Thanks for watching.